The contender round of the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series title all came down to Talladega Superspeedway. We had 12 drivers coming in facing elimination. 4 of those would go home, only 8 would advance, and that would be at the end of a wild finishing Talladega race. Jeff Gordon was your Coors Light pole sitter for his final superspeedway race, but it was another Hendrick Motorsports machine that shot to the front as the Talladega Spring Race winner Dale Earnhardt Jr. quickly took the lead, knowing he all but needed to win to advance. During the first round of green flag pit stops, Dale Jr. slid his tires getting onto pit road, altering the strategy to take only 2. As a result, when things cycled through, Jimmie Johnson was the leader, but the real drama was between the 20 of Matt Kenseth and the 22 of Joey Logano. Logano cuts in front of Kenseth getting onto pit road, and they make contact. Afterwards, Kenseth was not impressed with the incident.
Tell that 22 I'm going to knock his out after the race. You tell him to hide behind his daddy. He from the third lane, I don't even think he was going to pit, turned right down in front of me and brake checked me. Cancel, buddy, cancel.
Close to halfway in the race, and the 11 car of Denny Hamlin has a strange issue. The roof hatch was coming up when the car was at speed. The crew brought Denny down pit road to tape the hatch shut, but the untimely stop cost the 11 a ton of track position, and on top of that, the fix didn't stick, as the tape blew off a few laps later, resulting in yet another green flag stop, and as a result, Denny Hamlin ends up 2 laps down. Lap 122, more trouble for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Too many men over the wall resulted in a pass-through penalty. The 88 did not lose a lap, but did lose the draft, and what was one of the fastest cars of the day was all alone at Talladega. Luckily, the caution came out for Justin Allgaier's blown motor before Earnhardt did go a lap down. Fellow chaser Martin Truex Jr. received a free pass, and all but one chaser, that would be Denny Hamlin, was back on the lead lap. With around 40 laps to go, Dale Jr. retakes the lead, but during green flag stops on lap 170, Jr. slid his tires again getting onto pit road. That cost him valuable time as the 88 crew had to change right side tires, costing them position on the track again. With under 5 laps to go, Jamie McMurray loses his engine. That brought out the caution that set up a green-white checkered finish. As they tried to attempt the restart, more drama. Martin Truex Jr. got into the back of Jimmie Johnson before the leaders went to the start-finish line. The caution would remain in effect, and NASCAR explained there would be another attempt to restart the race. Just after the ensuing restart, the field would crash yet again. NASCAR would rule that Joey Logano was ahead of Dale Earnhardt Jr. as the caution flag came out. Logano sweeps the entire 3 races of the contender round, with Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ryan Newman, Denny Hamlin, and Matt Kenseth all being eliminated from the chase.
And the 4 news blew up, so he said he was going to stay in his lane, so the 6 then went outside and he clipped him and caused a wreck because he knew he'd make the chase that way. So it's I got wrecked out 2 weeks in a row from people, doing what they had to do to make the chase. But you can call it what you want, but it's, I just feel like they've lost total control of this whole thing. That's not what racing's all about.
What we do have going for us that other teams don't have is a lot of confidence. We got momentum, and we're relaxed. We've shown that we know how to do it. We just got to keep going out there and doing what we know how to do.
After the race, both Denny Hamlin and Matt Kenseth were critical of Kevin Harvick, saying he caused the wreck to advance. NASCAR Vice Chairman Mike Helton says at this time there is no evidence Harvick did anything wrong.
Yeah, obviously there's some of the teams that questioned what the 4-car did on the restarts, and we went back and walked through with them, but procedurally from NASCAR, we don't see anything there that is of suspect so far.
Well, how much longer do we review it, Mike?
We haven't seen anything. Only thing I mean about so far is I've been around long enough to know that something could crawl out of the woodwork the next 24 hours or so. That's it.
Next week, the Sprint Cup Series heads to NASCAR's shortest track, Martinsville Speedway, for the first race in the Eliminator round, and you can bet those 8 drivers will be fighting for a win, because if they get a win, they're guaranteed a spot in the Championship 4 at Homestead in a few weeks. For NASCAR.com, I'm Jonathan Merriman.